This is part 2 of wheel bearing failure. We took this coach down to Havasu, and I did a temporary repair on the side of the road, on the driver's side. I got back home to Vegas thinking it was, decent. It was making a little bit of bearing noise, so I thought, well, I just took it easy on 100 miles. When I got here, this is the passenger side. I took this off and there was no grease in the bearing. There was a little bit on the outside edge, but nothing, it wasn't packed at all. It was clean though, it wasn't burnt, and it wasn't tight. I took it off, took the pin out, the Carter pin, and the castle nut came off with just a little pair of water pump pliers, so it wasn't tight at all. It was spinning real good. The other side was the one that was locked up that wouldn't spin. On the other side, this is the driver's side. The previous one, this exact thing happened on the passenger side. And I don't know if you can see the discoloration on that, or it's got hot. Okay. And it's hard to tell, I guess, with this camera's going to show, but the race has flashed pretty good. It's turned to red hot to purple before. I got the bearing out. No grease in it either. And this is the one that was just way too tight. I mean, it took a breaker bar and a cheater pipe to get this loose. And this is 2,000 miles on this bearing. And if you look at this one right here, you can see the face of the bearing is gone. This one was on its way to disaster, just like the other one. And if you look at all the bearing rollers, they're cooked. So this bearing and race, I think, is all that's going to be the problem with the whole motorhome right now. The other one, it wiped out the spindle, it wiped out the rotor, the hub, the whole assembly. This one here, I think I caught it in time, because like I say, I stopped and checked it, and you couldn't freewheel the wheel at all, so I knew something was wrong. But I didn't have grease and I didn't have anything to mess with it on the side of the road, so like I said, I did what I could to get it to my garage. I actually own a shop that does automotive repair, so like I said, you can see that race, or that bearing, the roller is just gone. But this is on the Ford F350 chassis, so if you got one of these out there, you need to just go have the bearings repacked and readjusted. Save yourself a whole lot of headaches and side of the road time, because if it makes it to side of the road, it's horrible. I was 9 hours out on the road and a month and a half trying to get it fixed. So at this point right here, I'm not sure that I can't just go to Ford and get this bearing, but they were saying no earlier. But if you look at the inner race where it sets on the spindle, this bad boy got hot. Hot. There you have it. I'll get her fixed. I'm going to deal with it. I don't know how, other than the bearing the race, and put it back together myself. And then, I'll trust it to drive down the road, no problem. Where if somebody else did it, I probably wouldn't trust it, but I'm just that kind of guy. Anyway, there you have it. Ford F53 chassis. It's a 2015 Winnebago. It's a little issue, but something that needs addressed. Thanks for watching.